The Green Bay Packers defeat the Dallas Cowboys 31-28 in overtime. A thriller between these two teams, one of the best games on Sunday's action. The Packers, though, finish the job. They spoil Mike McCarthy's return back to Green Bay 31-28. Let's go big picture here, Aaron. Let's talk big picture. Packers get this win, a big win, a much-needed win. I always ask you that question, is if a game is a must-win game for the Packers. This one here was very close to that as a must-win for Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. They get the job done 31-28. Let's start with the Packers. Let's start big picture. Takeaways from them in this win.
Yeah, they were able to run the football. I thought they did. I thought they had a smart game plan, especially to start this game. They were going to commit to the running game. They knew Dallas. Look, Dallas is not good against the run, but it's not because they don't want to be good against the run. And I think people need to understand this. They choose to allow teams to run the football because they want to create situational football. So they will allow you to run because they say, okay, if we stop you on first down, if we don't give up the 7-yard run on first down and we make it 2nd and 9. Now we have the advantage because we have the pass rushers. If we commit on first down, we're giving up more chunk plays. So it's a schematic thing. They were okay with allowing the run game, and they were ahead 28-14 in this game with that same run game going off, right? And that's exactly what Dallas wants to do. They just couldn't finish. They couldn't finish. The Packers, they stuck to the game plan. I think that's what it was. The biggest thing was they stuck to the game plan and they never wavered, and they found a way to get it done. And Aaron Rodgers made plays when it mattered, and guys stepped up. Christian Watson, I'll be honest, I'm not overly excited about his 3-touchdown game, but a young guy with a number of like a superior talent that we talked about that he has. He does have talent. 2 more drops in this game. He easily could have been washed out of that game. Comes up, Aaron Rodgers keeps going to him. He makes 3 huge touchdown catches. Maybe that gets him confidence going forward. Maybe they can found something. I don't know if I buy it. I think this is probably the one-off game for him. But he had a great game, and he stepped up when it mattered the most, and that's how the Packers got the win. I thought it was the running game, and I thought it was big throws and big moments and big-time catches by Christian Watson. That really was the difference. Other than that, they didn't do anything special. It's just they made the plays when it mattered the most. And in the second half, specifically the fourth quarter and overtime, they were the team with the momentum, and you saw that.
Yeah, and I think that I want to be fair here to Christian Watson because and fair towards the Packers wide receiver group as a whole. When Romeo Doubs went off and started playing well, I was like, I'm really worried about Christian Watson falling back because the injuries that he's had set him back, and now Romeo Doubs stepping up. Well, now the role is reversed. Doubs is hurt, and Christian Watson is stepping up, and now I want to be fair that one of these. I think you were right in the beginning.
Watson will be hurt next week.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I was scared shitless when he did that backflip after the first touchdown. I was like, man, you can't be doing that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
He actually did get hurt in this game. He rolled his ankle later. Yeah. The kid is made of glass.
He is. But let's talk about the Cowboys here, and let's talk about the play call in overtime that may be the turning point or the most controversial call of this game, where they're on the 35-yard line in overtime, 4th and 3, and instead of sending out Brett Maher to kick the field goal, it would have been a 53-yarder. Instead of doing that, they decide to go for it, and they don't get it. What do you make of that? Is this not that big of a deal to you?
No, I don't care. Listen, okay. Everybody that cares are Cowboys fans or analysts that want to criticize Mike McCarthy because they don't feel like he's a good coach. Listen, he went for it twice early in the game on 4th downs. We got it. We ended up scoring touchdowns. Nobody said nothing. Nobody mentions those. Yeah. Nobody mentions when we go for it and get it. 4th and 3. I for one, I'm not going to be a hypocritical analyst here. I for one come on here every single week and I criticize coaches that play it safe and settle for a field goal in overtime, especially that first possession, and don't play for the win. Like, don't go for touchdowns. I get so tired of it. You're running your offense, you're moving the ball down the field, and then you get scared and you got to go for the field goal, and then you end up losing the game or whatever. I'm good with it. It was 4th and 3. People don't realize if you miss that field goal there, then they have the ball at the 42-yard line. They need 15, 20 yards, and they kick the game-winning field goal anyways. It's Aaron Rodgers on the other side. Who's to say we kick the field goal there? Even if we make it, Aaron Rodgers doesn't drive down the field and score a touchdown and we lose anyways. Like, go for the touchdown. Go for the win. I don't care. That is not why the Cowboys lost this game. The Cowboys lost this game because it was 28-14, and Green Bay started stopping them. They couldn't move the ball on 3rd down when they needed to keep drives alive. The running game wasn't working. Despite Tony Pollard's last touchdown that he had, he didn't really run that well in this game. Again, I saw him, and I'm not trying to criticize Tony Pollard in any way, but we need more depth there. We need that second horse, another guy that's going to take 10 touches off of the workload, because we couldn't continue to go to him. He was tired. I saw it, and he couldn't do it. And he had the nice run for the touchdown, but there were times he's calling to come off the field, and we're putting in backups that we've never heard of. So we need Zeke back to take some load off of Tony Pollard. And CeeDee Lamb balled out, by the way. I thought he had a great game. Offensively was fine. Dak threw 2 picks. They were, early in the game. We were up 28-14 after that. None of that matters. That's all football. The fact of the matter is they could not stop Green Bay momentum once they got it, and that the defense didn't play great. The defense did not play great in this one. I thought the biggest key to Dallas losing this game, which, again, nobody will talk about, was when Anthony Brown left for the game. That was it. Nobody even knows Anthony Brown left. That's how bad, people want to just pick and choose stuff. When Anthony Brown left this game, they torched Dallas on that side of the Diggs wasn't giving up anything. It was on that side. And that is the biggest thing that, to me, what I saw when that happened. And I think that's not being talked about enough. But the depth at the Dallas Cowboys now in the secondary has taken a hit when you lose a Jordan Lewis, who's now out for the season. Anthony Brown comes in, and then you have guys over there like Deron Bland, who's a rookie. And, Kelvin Joseph hasn't been very good. But Deron Bland struggled in this one. He's been playing well, but he just did not play well in this game, and he got burned a number of times. And that was the difference.
Yeah. Nah, and you saw it from Christian Watson's day. You would assume, and I don't know the exact statistics of it all, with Trayvon Diggs and Alan Lazard, and being on that, so maybe obviously doesn't shadow, but you would assume that a lot of the Christian Watson's production came on that same side of the lack of Anthony Brown.
It was all of it. It was literally all on Deron Bland. And even the last play in overtime where Alan Lazard got that little slant, it was on Deron Bland. It was a rookie who got exposed in this game. But we're not going to talk about that. We are, but in general, we won't talk about that. We will talk about, Dallas Cowboys defense didn't play well. Dak threw 2 picks.
It'll all really, I would assume, and I haven't watched too much of the daily news today or whatever. I have not seen a lot today, but I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of chatter about the 4th and 3 call. From Mike McCarthy. That's going to be it right there. And
Green Bay,
and the talk of Mike McCarthy. And
Green Bay is 9-1 in their last 10 games against Dallas. It's a bad matchup for the Cowboys. It has been for a while. Aaron Rodgers, he owns the Bears. He could say he owns the Cowboys. Since the last 10 matchups, the Packers are 9-1 in Aaron Rodgers since 2010 or 2009 or 2008, something like that. So not surprising here.
Yeah, no, it's not.
But
this is the first.
But I want to make it very clear. It's okay to lose in the NFL, guys. Yeah. I'm a Cowboys fan, and it's outrage, and I'm like, dude, what do you think they were going to go never lose a game again for the rest of the season?
And they're still
the NFL.
They're still 6-3 and in a good position to make the playoffs here. This is though the first time in franchise history that the Cowboys have led by 14 plus entering the fourth quarter and lost. Their record is now 195-1, but they lose to the Packers 31-28. Packers 4-6 now. Cowboys 6-3.